And they're going to put their defense on the field first against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense. As Evan McPherson puts it away, and we're up and running here in Cincinnati. Rasheen Ali is going to play it, crosses the 25, little stutter step, and that's going to get Baltimore good starting field position.
But he feels real good about this one.
See his numbers last week as they begin on the ground with Derrick Henry. Remember last week, over 200 rushing yards in that loss. Michigan into the game for the moment for Hill. Back to the ground game. It's Henry. It's crazy to see the high level that Derrick Henry continues to play at.
I think talking to the Ravens coaches, they know that they have to feed him and give him a lot of touches in this game.
They're going to get the first down here with Henry, averaging nearly 3 yards per carry on third down this season.
They need to exploit that today against the Cincinnati defense.
Bengals rush 4. Jackson delivers a strike as he gets it to his star tight end, Mark Andrews, who makes the catch. 2nd and 6. Lamar the pitch. Henry met in the backfield. Just barely trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Myles Murphy, who's starting to come on. Slow start to the season, but able to get into the backfield with that penetration for Cincinnati.
Yeah, and really, you mentioned it. I believe this is Murphy right here played much better in the last few games.
Jackson on 3rd and 7, and they get to him. Shoestring sack, and it's Murphy again.
For Cincinnati's defense.
Sir Jordan Stout, 4th-year punter. Wants to boot it away. Charlie Jones will watch this one bounce into the end zone. Touchback. Nothing more he'd like than a win against this Ravens team. Handoff here as they will lean on their ground game to start, as Chase Brown is going to pick up minimal yardage, so including the pick 6 that came on back-to-back throws. How quickly can he turn the page? He delivers a strike. First down completion to Mike Gesicki. A pickup of 11.
Can they stop him?
Here comes the edge blitz. Brown trying to pick up Burrow. It's going to be a hold likely as Burrow's going to throw it. He'll complete on the sideline. They'll pick up 8. There's Yosivash.
Holding. Offense number 30. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
On 1st and 20, Burrow trying to get some of it back. Looping pass, and he finds Chase. Beautifully done, the synergy between those two. It's like Burrow never left. They pick up 18. 2nd and 2. Burrow again working from the gun. Samaje Perine. It's going to be a first down run for Cincinnati, as this Ravens defense gets some reinforcements. Cincinnati going back to the ground game as we go downstairs to Aditi. Robinson, who's such a centerpiece along their defensive front. Boy, they happy to have those two back at such a critical juncture of the season. Burrow, quick release on a 2nd and 8, gets it to Gesicki, who's going to make his 2nd catch. There's a flag thrown.
The call here, or
prior to the pass, illegal use of the hands, hands to the face. Defense number 14. 5-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
Not showing their hand before the snap.
Run play again. This is Perine, able to duck his way inside the 40-yard line. We asked Zach Taylor.
Just a specialist in one aspect.
Here's Perine doing his dance right into the teeth of that Ravens defense. Hamilton and John Jenkins.
If Joe Burrow doesn't take a shot downfield.
Going to give it to Perine. Finds his crease. And this is going to be a first down run for the Bengals.
Go right down the field, but again, you have to be alert. He will take a shot.
Already 6 runs in this game. Burrow to the air. Gets it to Chase Brown. Not able to break that initial tackle as he's buried right after the catch. Burrow again working from the gun on 2nd and 4. Into the shadows for Chase. Little bit behind him, a touch.
Not enough negative plays and setting up the Bengals here in another 3rd and short.
Burrow from the gun. Ravens rushing 4. Burrow evades the sack. There's a marker down, and Burrow going down. Just beyond the line of scrimmage, Draymond Jones eventually getting to Burrow. Boy, is this against the Ravens defense?
There are fouls by both teams on the play. Illegal motion. Offense number 1. Holding. Defense number 4. The penalty's offset. Replay the down.
11th play of the drive that began at their 20. Here they come. Burrow running for his life, and he is brought down. And guess who? Tavius Robinson welcomes himself back to this Ravens defense. Boy, a disastrous play for the Bengals as it knocks him out of field goal.
A free rusher off of a four-man rush. Get to your quarterback.
So Ryan Rico, the rookie punter, trying to angle this one. And fair caught by LeJante Wester as they begin here at their 15-yard line. Long setback, Henry. He has been the workhorse almost exclusively early in this game.
Very thrilled with what he sees on that tablet. But we're talking about two high-end competitors.
Jackson going down. Demetrius Knight ringing Lamar's bell with that hit. And boy, you feel those collisions even more in this kind of weather as they lose 8.
Well, here he is, number 44. And boy, you know, Cincinnati's defense really enjoying.
Top 5 among rookies in tackles entering this one today. Jackson on 3rd and 15. Little sidearm delivery, gets it to Ali. And they are going to be well short. And how about this start?
Just get more of those quick, easy layups to get their drive started.
Second punt for Stout. Charlie Jones going to play it from the 45. And excellent punt coverage. He's back from injury. We'll just hope for the best. So Cincinnati, Brown, boy, it's spin move to avoid negative yardage. So the Ravens showing blitz. They rush 4. Burrow going to run for it, going to slide his way a little bit closer to that line to gain as he picks up 3. Again, Arch mentioned Cincinnati's success, incredible success on 3rd down last week. Burrow on 3rd and 4, protected, gets it to Chase, but they play it brilliantly. Alohi Gilman.
Who it is, if it's a one-on-one matchup, Chase or a tight end, he's going to try to find him.
Boy, who moved first? What a massive call. This is potentially Kyle Van Noy coming across. Was he drawn?
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 53. 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
Continued to go in motion, and it looked like Baltimore was trying to time up the snap with his motion.
Chase Brown finds a crease in that defense. See where they will mark down the football. So Joe Burrow, the post-game comments Arch last week.
Started to wear on him a little bit. That and just losing and not being on the field, that can take a toll on somebody's psyche.
Chase Brown, impressive start. Is going to duck his way inside that Ravens 30.
Then that's the most important thing.
Also feels awfully good about this ground attack as Burrow airing it out towards the end zone looking for Chase as he takes his first shot. Nate Wiggins.
And he usually is able to find it.
Burrow on 3rd and 5. Pocket starts to tighten. Deflected, and it's picked. Intercepted. It's Marlon Humphrey. He'll return it all the way out to get him excellent field position. 20 on the return. It was off the hands of Chase. Just haven't been able to find that early chemistry yet in this game. As the Ravens take over from the 35. This is Keaton Mitchell, who was on the injury report this week with that knee, Arch.
This is Joe Burrow to make a bad pass, and Marlon Humphrey makes him pay.
Jackson handing here to Mitchell, breaking free. Going to get inside Bengals territory. So after the 15-yard run, it's Mitchell getting another chance. Picks up a couple.
I would continue to feature both of these running backs all day against this defense.
Jackson protected, throws a dart, deflected. Was that picked? Waiting for the signal. And yes, it was. Jordan Battle off the hands of Zay Flowers. And this terrific start for Cincy's defense continues. So big takeaway for the Bengals. Gets it back to Burrow and company as they begin from their own 27. Chase Brown, penalty flag thrown. As Brown's going to pick up 3, we will check the flag.
Illegal formation. Offense number 82 was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty.
We have yet to see a play-action pass, and I think that's a mistake.
This is Brown, stutter stepping his way close to the 30. as we check in with Aditi. It's cold down there, Arch. 2nd and 9, Burrow from the gun. Ravens rushing 3, wobbly pass, and it's incomplete. Boy, Josivac had it, just couldn't squeeze it. This is Burrow on 3rd and 9. Everyone covered down the field, goes underneath to the check. That's the tight end sample. And the Ravens play it masterfully with their defense. They pick up only 7. Kyle Hamilton. So you think it's a mistake that they haven't gone more play action?
For the Ravens, no play action already here in the 2nd quarter, and they've yet to throw a play action pass.
We'll see if Baltimore makes that adjustment as they're going to get the football back here. And this one's going to take a little bit of a dribble towards the Ravens' 21-yard line. Question now for this Ravens offense. Can they get this pass game going? Play actions are right on cue. Arch looking for it. Jackson protected. Jackson's going to run for it. 1st down and more. First time seeing Jackson use his legs as he dances his way out across that line. The game, the pressure was being applied by Myles Murphy, but Jackson picks up 14.
Well, Murphy has really had a tremendous start to this game, and he stops the play action before it even starts. They bring Ricard over to try and block him. National Football League in yards per attempt in play action passing.
Boy, beautiful sidearm delivery. It's DeAndre Hopkins. Well, they've been waiting for Hopkins to become a piece of this offense. Jordan Battle finally makes the tackle. They pick up 32. Huge play for the Ravens.
Well, this is a form of play action. This is a run-pass option where they fake the run. Independence. He's had one heck of a career, and they've got to get him the ball more often.
Over 13,000 career receiving yards as Henry picks up a couple here.
Dave Flowers as the consistent target.
This is Mitchell. Boy, he takes a punishing hit. It was Battle on the line of scrimmage. Little pre-snap look for Jackson. They come heavy. Jackson underneath. It's Ali. 1st down and a lot more. Ali in for the Ravens touchdown. Quick decision making by Jackson, negating the blitz. Ali 30 on the catch and run to get the Ravens our first points.
Well, you know, this looks like a great job of knowing what the defense is in, finding the matchup, and getting that big play.
Rasheen Ali. Catch for Rasheen Ali. Boy, could not have come at a better time. Just when we're starting to talk about the struggles of the pass game. 30-yard catch and run to get the Ravens on the board. 7-0 as Charlie Jones. Been doing it for a long, long time. You know, especially this time of year, right around the holidays. Great to see these guys out in the community. There's Burrow and company. Handoff here to P. Ryan.
In an inconsistent lineup against those offenses, you know, you're not going to be at your best.
Burrow thrown into the shadows. Gets it to Chase for the completion. Joe Burrow, fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. They've really committed to this run game early in this game against this Baltimore defense.
On their 3rd downs.
Burrow goes to Brown out of the backfield. The dual threat back for this offense. Burrow looking like he's going to change things up here as he goes under center. Chase in motion. Give it to P. Ryan. So 2nd and 9, clock running. 90 seconds left in the half. Fake handoff to P. Ryan. Burrow under pressure, looking in the direction of Chase, and there's the flag.
Hands to the face, I believe.
Holding. Offense number 75. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Ravens defense have had some very timely negative plays against this offense.
3rd Bengals penalty, all on the offense. Boy, tight window throw by Burrow, and it's incomplete. Ravens going to rush 4. Burrow protected, hard fake. Everyone covered down the field, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds. And now a flag. One in the secondary.
I'm impressed with
Pass interference, offense number 89. The penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
You know, starting with their game against the Ravens 2 weeks ago, that has been red hot. But right now, it doesn't seem like Burrow or this offense has any answer to this defense.
Rico's punt is going to take a Ravens bounce into the end zone. So officially, it'll be a 62-yarder. So a big moment here for Lamar Jackson. Baltimore's offense 60-plus seconds, all 3 timeouts at their disposal. Jackson puts some air under it, and it is incomplete. Zay Flowers, well, he caught it. Flowers makes the catch.
How did he catch that ball?
Boy, Flowers, who had the officials actually put a few more seconds on the clock. 56 seconds, 2 timeouts left for the Ravens. Cincy giving chase, flags down. Jackson, potential free play. We'll check the marker here.
Offside. Defense, number 58, lined up in the neutral zone. The penalties declined as the result of the play is a first down.
So that's the second first down run from Jackson.
Some poor discipline and giving up big plays to the offense in bad moments.
Jackson faking the pitch, high pass, and that one was nearly picked. Looking for Andrews. Boy, DJ Turner had a shot. So that breathes new life into this offense here. 2nd and 10, down to 40 seconds. Jackson feels the pocket start to collapse. Another marker thrown. This is Ali.
There are fouls by both teams on the play. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, yay. Holding, defense, 5. The penalty's offset. We'll replay the down.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson knew he was going to get hit and completes. Andrews. Bengals bring 4. Jackson towards the end zone, and it is caught. Flowers for the Ravens, touchdown.
It's him right in the face mask. Look at this pocket. Jackson stares down the safety, gets it out. Flowers with the out and up, and just lays it in a beautiful, beautiful spot. Well done by the Ravens offense.
Zay Flowers' arch had the 26-yarder where he got lit up by Jordan Battle, and right here, 28 yards from Jackson to get the Ravens the 2 score.
For Lamar Jackson.
28-yard completion, and this Baltimore pass game, receiver ever to make a Pro Bowl, over 1,000 yards, making one of his biggest plays of the season. Taj Brooks crosses the 25, 30, 35, going to get out close to the 40-yard line. And boy, that's going to get him in position to have a chance here. Jamar Chase right now is not on the field for the Bengals. Burrow protected initially, starts to feel a little bit of duress, and Burrow is hit again. No flags. He's missed on a couple of throws, including that INT off the deflection. Chase going to get the Cincinnati first down. Looks like his forward progress as we get some more pushing at the end of that play. As it gets awfully interesting here over the next couple of weeks. Burrow, precious seconds off the clock. Chase going down low, and the officials say incomplete. End zone, 1 second, 2nd and 10. Burrow's going to try to take a shot here, and he's going to get buried again. Mike Green, and a fitting end to that half.
How dare you expose me? How dare you expose me?
Where's your pride? This is Taj Brooks playing it right around his 10, and then a couple of punishing hits. A couple of seconds ago, Aditi with the Cincinnati offense now cut into this 2-touchdown deficit as they begin at the 25. Chase Brown trying to find a little wiggle room.
And they've really done a nice job in the run game of not allowing runs to pop over 10 yards.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow steps up in the pocket. Burrow completes. Chase, boy, hits him perfectly in stride, giving Chase a chance to make a big play. Malachi Starks finally forced him out of bounds. As those two connect for the first big play of the day, they pick up 34.
Well, really, as Burrow starts, and Cincinnati gets their first big pass play of the game.
Handoff here to Burrow. We asked John Harbaugh, who knows Joe Burrow as well as any coach in the league. And Jamar Chase lines up in the offensive backfield. Now kind of resets with the shift. Burrow second down pass. Locates Chase. Broke the initial tackle attempts from Gilman. Ravens bring 4. Here they come. Boy, Burrow somehow able to get the football out, but it just sails incomplete. Ravens bring 4. Burrow up the seam towards the end zone and incomplete. Unable to convert. And Lamar Jackson and company take over on downs. Pitch play here. Henry has some running room. Henry, first down and more. Henry barrels his way into the second and third levels of the defense.
Roquan Smith did a great job of running with it, but they had a secure first down on that fourth.
And now Henry making it happen. Starting to lean on this Bengals defense. Jordan Battle finally bringing him down. So runs of 28 and 24. DJ Turner now still down for Cincinnati.
Yeah, you can't.
On the back end of that Cincinnati defense. This is Keaton Mitchell. Had a couple of big runs in the first half. So Derrick Henry from the 11. Henry. And he is stood up. So Henry in the first half, 6 rushes, just 17 yards.
You really get to play the game and dictate the game on your terms on offense.
Jackson feeling the heat. Back corner of the end zone. Nearly caught. Full of amazing catches in the first half. Long touchdown grab. Unable to make that play, but they've salvaged 3 points. The field goal from Loop. So the Ravens have to settle for the field goal. They have a 17-0 lead. So 9 and change left to play. Third quarter. Brooks from inside his 10. And he is gang tackled. Defense has pitched a shutout till this point. Burrow play action underneath, and Chase Brown is met. Burrow again takes that snapshot of the Ravens defense. Baltimore bringing 4, protected as Burrow completes. That's the tight end, Tanner Hudson. P. Ryan finds a little bit of daylight. He's going to have the first down for the Bengals.
Sources to just trying to take away Jamar Chase. It's not always 100%, but it really makes your job much easier on the defensive side of the ball.
Wiggins back in concussion protocol. Remember, he missed that game a couple of weeks ago after he took that hard hit against New England. P. Ryan, a little bit of a bobble, and somehow able to squeeze it. Roquan Smith.
It's for somebody else to be able to make a play in one-on-one coverage by themselves.
Burrow steps up in the pocket, looking, buying himself some time. He runs, and he's going to be short.
Big plays when he buys time and gets outside the pocket. But so far in this game, outside of one play to Jamar Chase, Baltimore Ravens, their back 7 has locked down this offense.
This will take a bounce for the Bengals inside the 10. I tell you what, any one of our camera operators would have been the last survivor on that.
Oh boy.
Look at Henry, busting one again. Boy, all that pent-up frustration after a little bit of a lethargic first half. He picks up 20.
Now, you can tell he's really starting to feel himself. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Todd Monken give him the ball over and over and over again. Their safety's back. Not a wise decision trying to tackle Derrick Henry in the open field from 10 yards deep.
Jackson goes play action, and he throws a dart. Flowers. He's been his favorite wide receiver target.
Mark Andrews told me he's a warrior, plain and simple.
And he's gritted his way through all season. Keaton Mitchell going to run for another Ravens first down.
You know, if this was Super Mario, he'd be Super Mario without the star.
Okay, Lamar Jackson, boy, smothered there. So the Bengals get to him again. 3rd sack for Cincinnati. Myles Murphy and T.J. Slayton laying a hurting on Jackson.
Well, it's a nice job from Murphy fighting through this chip. And then I believe Slayton is just going to go with Pat in 2nd and 16.
Down to the final minute plus. Jackson trying to wiggle free. Boy, flings it near side. Officials are going to rule it incomplete. 3rd and 16. Bengals bringing only 3. Everyone covered. Jackson down again. Demetrius Knight.
This is a 3-man rush. And then watch Demetrius Knight just stand there and mirror him. He doesn't commit too fast. And then right when he sees Jackson commit, He shoots
for Knight in his NFL career. Mitchell Tinsley now returning a punt after the Bengals lost Charlie Jones. As Cincinnati begins here from their 13. Fake handoff to Brown. Brown on the check down from Burrow is going to wiggle his way across the 20, where he is brought down by Kyle Hamilton. Should be the final play of the quarter. Ravens. Handoff here to P. Ryan. And that's going to get him now 3rd and short. So Burrow, all the talk, saying, well, I want to try to find the joy in playing again. Need a yard. P. Ryan looking for some daylight. Didn't get it. All of that weight coming down on his legs. Boy, the football came out. So recovered by Cincinnati. But some in the history of the stadium. 4th and 1. Burrow from the gun. Burrow throws and completes. Chase Brown, first down, Cincinnati. Had 1 interception off the deflected pass in the first half. As the Ravens defense has had all the answers, and Burrow smothered again. Travis Jones. And that's the 4th time they've gotten to Burrow. So Travis Jones, couple of days off that contract extension. What a piece he's become.
They're forcing checkdowns, and this front is playing as good of a game as I've seen from them this season.
Jamar Chase going to make the catch here on a 2nd and 15. Nate Wiggins will be credited with the tackle, so they get 8 of those yards back.
Against an offense that excels in 3rd down situations.
Then consider what they did on 3rd down last week against the Bills. Burrow barely gets it out, again under pressure. Looking for Chase. Burrow delivers, completes. Chase trying to break free. Chase inside Ravens territory, trying to breathe some life into this Bengals offense. Boy, he beat Wiggins on that play. And Chase letting him hear about it. He picks up 26.
Joe Burrow signals to max protection, knowing that now he's
114 yards. How much does he have left in the tank? Burrow evades, throws, and that is caught on a comebacker. It's Tinsley. Highly touted rookie linebacker carted off the field early in this game in the first half. And now Marlon Humphrey has been such a huge player for this. As they try to work quickly here, down 3 scores. Burrow, boy, hit on the release, somehow gets it out to Brown just in the nick of time. Burrow on 2nd and 6, a little bit low, it's complete. As Tanner Hudson's starting to get a little busy.
So I would advise the Ravens to make sure you shade your safety to that side.
Can they adjust? Burrow working quickly over the middle. Gets it to Chase Brown. There's a penalty flag thrown towards the far sideline.
Offside. Defense number 41 was in the neutral zone at the snap. The penalty is declined, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, what a crazy game down the stretch between those two, fighting for the AFC East crown. Brown taking on all comers. And did he get it with that 2nd push?
And so right now, Burrow in this offense has to take advantage of all those substitutions.
Ravens rush forward. Burrow completes over the middle. This is Chase. And Jamar Chase hits the century mark against a Ravens defense that's been so good. We hit the 8-minute mark left. Precious time coming off the clock for Cincinnati. And now the official is going to whistle that play dead.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 75. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
But that's somebody you have to watch.
Burrow looking right, back corner of the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Tinsley. Boy, Burrow gave him a shot.
Burrow is not shy to throw it to anybody who is in one-on-one situation.
Burrow again kind of stumbles, and he's intercepted. Picked off by Van Noy. Then the handoff, it's Gilman. And Gilman is going to score as the Ravens look for the knockout punch. 95 yards. This one And so a 16-play Cincinnati drive ends in disaster.
Watch Van Noy as he engages the left guard, Fairchild, and then he can't get there fast enough to pick up Tavius Robinson. And Burrow doesn't realize that Van Noy, after he engages in that block, drops back into that passing window, tries to dump it off, and he is right there. And Gilman finishing off what I think has been a great day playing safety, takes the handoff and goes the distance.
And boy, were they singing Alohi Gilman's praises. The addition that he's been, some of the stuff he's taken off the plate of a guy like Kyle Hamilton. And meantime, Kyle Van Noy, what a play for this Ravens defense. So remarkably, the
brilliant play from the veteran Van Noy.
It's a pick six.
And this pass rush that's been criticized quite a bit this season has come to life against Cincinnati.
Brooks is going to play it inside the 10. Diagonally across the field, and he's going to be...
I think that's going to be a great game, but I have got to watch. I've got to put it on and see what Phillip Rivers does against that defense in Seattle.
As the frustration just continues to mount for Burrow and this Cincinnati organization.
All day long, and have put together a brilliant game on that side of the ball.
Chase Brown's going to run for the first down as we go downstairs here to Aditi.
Spiro, we had such an interesting conversation.
It looks like as they're going to hand off here.
Available is one part of it, and the other part is also the entire team and the defense. Really, in the last 3 seasons, hasn't been able to live up to their end of the bargain. So,
one of a number of significant injuries that Burrow has sustained here over the last couple of years. Hand off here. So good news that Samaje Perine was able to come back into the game after he had to be helped off the field. Final 4 minutes. And the Ravens, business-like, knew they had to get here, get a win as Chase makes the catch here to keep the Cincinnati drive alive in front of Nate Wiggins. And it's going to be a first down Cincinnati, a pickup of 12.
Well, he's gotten his catches and he's gotten his yards, but this secondary really haven't allowed this offense to make any big, game-changing, explosive plays down the field.
Minimal pickup here by Perine. Aditi.
Spiro, you and Arch are discussing.
What makes this extra frustrating, Burrow said, look, it's the best offensive line I've had, best running game we've had, with the potential with Chase Brown turning a corner. With that frantic push, Burrow was just amazing, but just didn't have enough in the end. As Sample makes the catch, working there against Roquan Smith.
Calls in that game, but I love how they've responded. And John Harbaugh really thought that they would respond well, and so did his defensive coordinator, Zach Orr. They really felt like they were ready to play and make this push in December.
A couple of touchdown passes, and that one pick, the only blemish. Keaton Mitchell. Fan as they get one here in Cincinnati. 24-0, final buck 57. Pitch play here to Mitchell. He breaks one. Inside Bengals territory, so the Ravens not quite finished just yet. A pickup of 23. And now touchdown formation. Another reminder, NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars. Time permitting is next. All the scores and highlights. Arch, give us a final word.
Gets a chance to rest up and continue to get better and better as December goes along. At a high level, because they're trying to make a run here and try to make something happen to sneak into the playoffs.
We will get you to bonus coverage here in seconds as we will take you to Foxborough. So John Harbaugh and the Ravens staying alive and then some in the chase for the division as they win it 24-0. Now for Arch Aditi, our producer Jason Ross, our director Mark Grant, Spiro Aditi saying so long from Cincinnati. Now bonus coverage as we get you to Iron Eagle and J.J. Watt in Foxborough.